I guess I don't need that in my hand. um, Hi guys. Welcome to day 5, I think, of the vlog. I will take better notes of what day I'm on when I actually get to editing a lot of these things. So here I am getting ready to reorganize the bedroom. Please don't judge the state of the bed. This is about as made as it gets. Sorry, Mom. I'm going to go ahead and get started rearranging this room. I've got some ideas of how I'm going to be doing this. As of right now, I know the screen looks weird because I'm recording vertically and there's going to be black bars on the side of the screen. Don't adjust your television sets. That's a Troy thing. Once I finish moving a couple of things first, which is my trolley and my easel, once I move the easel out of the way, really, I'm going to set up a second camera so that way you can see 2 different views of the of me moving around the stuff in my room while I do that. Please be patient for the first little zippy through until I get that set up. And if you see a little black cat, I've got Bella just walking into the room right now. She's very inquisitive. She's very skittish. She's very beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to get to her. So I will be right back. Oh, oh, I should explain. That clap was to sync the 2 cameras, so that way when I put these all together, they're synced. Anyway, back to work. Oh, this is going to get dirtier as the time goes on. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm in frame. I'm going to come back here. I do have layout of how I'm going to rearrange the bedroom. So the bed basically needs to stay where it is. I find that when it's rotated in the other direction, like coming this way, it makes it so that way I don't feel like I have very much room in here. Like I don't have enough room in here. I don't have much room in here. But I find that if I don't have like an open space in the middle of my floor, I feel like I'm really crushed in. And this juts out into the main part of the room for me to feel like it's actually a bigger room. So what I have set this up here shortly after I moved in is to turn the bed this way. So that way I could, in fact, have more walking space and walk around space in the room. So I'm going to keep my bed here, but I am going to be doing some pretty big changes. I did some measurements of all the pieces of furniture that I have. And then for this camera here, there is a piece of furniture in my dresser. In my closet. It's my dresser. And I want to get my dresser out of my closet because I don't have any space to hang anything because the dresser is in there. So long story short, everything's kind of get jumbled around here. My bookcase, look in this camera. My bookcase is going to be going into the corner with this camera here where my easel was. My easel is going to go here where my desk is, angled so that way it kind of like shunts the view into the room. My desk is going where my trolley is. My trolley is going to go between the easel and the bookcase here at the foot of my bed because I don't need to access the bookcase or the trolley nearly as often as I need to access the stuff in the desk. And I want the desk in front of the window so that way I have a bright space to work. And when I'm doing like tutorial videos later, then I have all that natural light coming in from the window. And then this space here, where my bookcase is, I'm going to be taking the dresser out of the closet and putting it here. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm going to make it look like I have more space coming this way, as opposed to space coming like this way. Anyway, so I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to do my best not to get too hung up on too many of the details as I find stuff, and just move stuff around, and then I will reorganize my desk, my things after things have been moved. So on to it. I don't know if I'm going to leave it in, but this is what happens every time I clean something. I drop something that I thought I had closed and didn't. I have these bug bites that I had for my Venus flytrap. Moved back to make sure I'm in the frame for my Venus flytrap that I had since killed. So now that's all over my floor. So I have to go get the vacuum. It's never easy. Did most of the stuff that I took out of my closet just get piled onto my desk here after I cleaned up the closet? Absolutely. Do you know who I am? Someone who doesn't know how to organize properly. Oh my God. And for those of you who might be like, well, why are you showing us how to organize if you don't know how to organize? This is for entertainment purposes. I don't claim to be an expert. Just laugh at me. Laugh at me while I fail at this, okay? I don't know what to tell you. So there is quite the flaw that I'm seeing now with this arrangement that I've picked. Is that I'm gonna have to rearrange all my plants because a lot of the plants that are here on my desk are not supposed to be in bright light like the window. And then I feel like that corner is a dark corner, so I don't know if my ivies are going to do very well over there. I will rethink that as things start to fade, if they do, because the plants are doing quite well. They're doing quite well. Anyway. I'm just getting my baseboards as I go. All right. I also realized I put you in a bad place because I'm moving you first. Yeah, so enjoy two of the same views of this room, one at crotch level, apparently. Maybe I'll fix that. Whoop. There. There, it's no longer at crotch level. Right. Two of the same view as I move some stuff. So the next thing I'm moving is this bookcase, which I should take my plants off of it first. And I don't really have any places to put said plants other than the floor. I got an idea. I'll probably turn this camera off or at least deactivate it while I'm moving it. But so that way you get an idea of how much my plants have grown. They're all over my walls now, right? So I have to take these down. What I have up there are some thumbtacks that are keeping everything up there. So I don't know. Can I zoom in without? Okay, yes, I can zoom in. Whoop. Analog zooming in. Oh. So you can probably see now that it's focused that there's a little, can move my finger. I'm just going to use my finger like right there. Got a little thumbtack. And I've got white thumbtacks in other spots to just kind of like hold the plants, hold the vines while it's going. So I'm going to start taking that down now. And here I thought I was doing this carefully. And then I need to undo. As I'm putting my plants away, if interested, I will I'm going to try to get this all in one video. If I can't, if I can't get this all in one video, it'll be two. And I will put the names of all of my plants on the screen as I move them and place them. How does that sound? Not that I'm a plant expert. I'm only learning. I have a lot of help from my mother and from my good friend Sam, who's given me like half of these plants, honestly. I think half the battle of trying to record this is just making sure that everything's in a shot. So bear with me, because the way that I have both my cameras set up, since they're not fancy, this one here is my cell phone, the one that's vertical, and then this one here is my Sony DSLR knockoff. It's a old camera. I bought it, I think, a decade ago. I can't see the views from my vantage point, and I don't have either of them hooked up into a computer system that has the ability for me to see like the audio put, or sorry, the visual output. So I don't have a monitor for any of the stuff that I do. Something I'm looking into maybe upgrading to, because I've got a sophisticated computer that could probably handle it. I just don't know how to get that all working. But stuff for the future. Stuff for the future. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little bit more sweeping, and then I'm going to pull my dresser out of this closet. This closet has not been cleaned in forever, and yeah, don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I'm showing you, being very vulnerable and showing you all my secret places. Okay. I'm all on here. Okay, so this camera, I guess. Hi. So story time. You might have noticed that I just had to close my dresser using a butter knife because when I open it, it doesn't want to close. And if we look really close, which I'm not going to bring the camera close, like the top of this dresser is so bowed from how I abused it over this past year, really, that this top part is now bowed, so that way I can't actually close the bottom part. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's going to be fun training the wood on this to return to the how straight it should be. I probably, oh no, it's not too lifted on that side. And not lifted on that side at all. So I think this top drawer is just going to be for like my seasonal clothing, the stuff that I don't need to get access to all the time. I've got a couple sweaters in here already. Anyway, so I'm going to start putting my plants back in an interesting way. I should see how long this has been recording. An hour yet? No, it's only been 30 minutes. I may yet get this into a single video. Fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and put my plants out in put my plants out here, and after I've done that, I will start putting things back where they belong, like my laundry back in the closet and all of that kind of fun stuff. So back in a minute. So you didn't see anything what I just did, but I kind of just like took the vines of my vine, and then kind of like loosely, like, I'm not going to call it braiding, but like kind of like twist some of the vines going up the wall here together, so that way they kind of like hook onto each other, and then attach them up at the top using my toothpicks. And then I've got a couple short vines that I'm going to leave down here on the top of the dresser. So that way I have more green space here. So it's kind of like a big thing. I probably should prune it a little bit and cut it down, but I don't trust myself to do that. I don't trust myself to do that at all. So I'm going to keep going. This guy in a timeout. Yeah. So that big planter with all the scraggly stuff on it that I just moved there that you can't even see that I'm doing because I'm so good at this. I'm so very, very good at this. So this big planter that it's looking a little scraggly, looking a little dry, which parts of it is oddly dry and other parts are like doing really, really well. This is a outdoor plant, actually. This is a plant that Jess bought um, for the patio to keep mosquitoes away. So what's on it is mint, basil, and then catnip. And I brought it in here because it's too cold now, and I didn't just want it to die. But I think I'm gonna have to do some surgery on it at some point and separate the different things because the mint is doing really, really well. I think it's starting to choke out the catnip a little bit, and like the basil is really starting to turn a little bushy. So I'm going to see if I can't uh, trim this down, and this will be like my project to try to like trim things down and learn how to do that properly because I don't care if this basil plant actually dies. Whereas like I do care about my vines. So yeah. So actually, I think this might be a good time for. I don't know which camera to look at. I'll use this one. I think this might be a good time for me to say goodbye for you for today. And tomorrow, I will get into reorganizing the things on top of the desks and stuff, so that way you can see how I think that process out. One thing I also am realizing I haven't really thought out is how I'm going to make this look like a knitting podcast space because I just moved all my yarn over into the corner. That's a great question, Troy. It's a good thing you thought of that. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.